at Fort Casey State Park, which is one of 4 Central Whidbey area state parks and is located on Whidbey Island in Island County, Washington. That's Washington State. Gary Formalls is a retired U.S. Navy's chief and retired general contractor who's volunteered at the park for more than 10 years. His volunteer duties included checking in park visitors, answering questioning, monitoring campsite. In exchange for his duties, he was allowed to camp for free in the park for 3 months each spring and fall. In addition to volunteering his services at the park, he was also a part-time employee. As an employee, he worked on equipment as an equipment operator and groundskeeper for over 6 years. His work was recognized in 2019. He was awarded the Award of Excellence and Volunteer of the Year. The staff commended Gary for his service above and beyond the call of duty, his integrity, and his courteous and kind manner with everyone who meets him. Does that sound like somebody who was spouting off his political beliefs to everyone he met in Washington State at a park? Absolutely not. He has been described as indispensable. Another park representative explained that she doesn't know how we would run the park without him, to be honest. Now, when he was either serving as a volunteer employee, he wore a jacket with a state park emblem or a vest or hat. He never spoke about nor wore items expressing his religious or political beliefs to visitors in the park while fulfilling his host or other duties, both volunteer and paid. He drove his personal pickup truck to and from the park where he volunteered his service and worked as an employee. Since 2016, so he got that award 3 years after 2016, he's displayed several bumper stickers on the back window of his truck. Some of those pictures include Trump stickers. Okay, like a lot of people who are, a lot of veterans and a lot of people on their trucks display political stickers on their private vehicles. No issue for years. I mean, he got the Award of Excellence in 2019, so 3 years after those stickers went up. He even parks his truck so that visitors can't see the stickers in plain sight. When he's on duty as equipment operator, he parks his personal truck behind a shed and utilizes a park vehicle. He's not trying to slap a Trump sticker on that as well. So that's like what you were talking about, Logan. When he's doing park duties in a vehicle, he's using a park vehicle that has no political stickers at all, which is right and fine. At no time prior to April of this year, anyone ever told him to cover or remove his bumper stickers. Till April of this year.
Of this year.
Okay, so 2023.
4 weeks ago.
And 7 years ago is when he put the Trump stickers on his car, 2016. On April 3rd, 2023, a defendant in the case, one of the park staff, forwarded an email that said, please remove the insurrectionist propaganda from Fort Casey Campground. And then you see the staff saying, well, I don't even think this is a big deal. This is his private vehicle. And then they try to use their policy on not talking about politics and not utilizing politics to target his personal truck, which even some of the staff said they didn't believe was correct. But ultimately, he's given the ultimatum. Take off the stickers or quit volunteering and you lose your job. He chose to stand up for his First Amendment rights, that this is his private vehicle. He doesn't talk politics in his role as a volunteer or staff. He doesn't wear political things in his role as a volunteer or staff. He drives a park vehicle when he is on park duty, so he's not driving that personal vehicle. This is just how he gets to and from work, like so many of us do. And then there's a lot of people who drive to and from work and then get in another vehicle for work. We don't judge them based off what they have on their personal vehicle. They have a First Amendment right just like you and me. They shouldn't be banned from volunteering. People who get the Award of Excellence are now being shut down and called insurrectionists because they support the leading Republican candidate for President of the United States and a former President of the United States.
Because one person complained.
Because of one person.
That's what we got to remember. A lot of these things come from very few people. One person complained, it causes all of this chaos. And that's why we're here, though. That's why we support people, because we have clients like Gary, and we could have clients like you who are watching or listening right now, because maybe you've gone through something similar. I encourage you, if you have, go to aclj.org/help, because we can maybe help you out. And we do that at no cost.
That's right. So, and again, if you're in this kind of situation, it takes the Garys of the world who say, you know what, I'm not going to take those stickers off. I'm going to fight back because I believe my constitutional rights are being violated. I'm going to contact the ACLJ, and that's what he did.
Yep.
And we said, you know what? We also believe your constitutional rights are violated. You should be able to volunteer at that park. Most of the people that work at that park think you should be able to volunteer as well. You got the award of excellence after the stickers went on. So whatever policy they're talking about that you signed, they didn't have a problem with for 7 years. They didn't interpret it as applying to your personal vehicle until they got told by one visitor that you're an insurrectionist.
Yeah.
This is the classic case of trying to cancel us out of all aspects of culture. Even when we are just trying to volunteer in a state park that we pay for as taxpayers, that he pays for as a Washington state taxpayer, as a volunteer going beyond, above and beyond, as his award said, in service to the park, has had no complaints by any visitors ever before. In fact, people say he is gracious and kind, never accused of talking politics, and they try to shut him down. The choice is, give up your private speech, or lose your job and your volunteer opportunity, and you don't get to stay at the campground anymore. So that is why we are representing Gary in this, again, atrocious abuse of a state policy that is so overbroad and is only, in our knowledge, has been used to shut down Gary because he happened to have a Trump sticker.